What's up, you guys? Let's get into today's flow. Just gonna roll on our mat. 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Avoiding popping the ribs as you do so. On the next inhale, we're gonna go into the imprint. Just contracting your abdominals for 2. Last one. Nod the chin. Exhale. Take the upper body off of the mat. Float the arms up and lower them down. Arms come up to hover just about shoulder height. Keeping them bent, keeping the arms straight. Last one. Go into imprint. Lift up your right leg into tabletop, then left. Exhale, go into your ab prep. And extend the legs. Pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. And inhale. Slight bend in the elbow. Relax the shoulders. Take the gaze towards the toes. Halfway. Inhale. And exhale. Last 3 breaths in and out. For 2. Last 1. Inhale and come on down. Let the feet rest on the floor. Inhale and exhale. Roll the hips off of the mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. Stopping at the upper thoracic. And roll down. Middle back, low back, and then your hips rest down. Let's do that for 3 more counts. And lower down. Inhale as you prepare. Exhale, peel the hips off of the mat. Slowly. Engaging the glutes. And lowering down. Keep the connection in the abdominals so your ribs aren't popping up. Your body is nice, long, and lean. Last one. And lower down. Take the right leg out to the side and let it extend long on the mat. Rotate at the hip and pull it back to starting. Let's go again. Let's go 2 more in this direction. And then you're gonna just rotate and let it fall inward first, rotating it out long before setting it back on the mat. For 3, last 2. Get ready to go over into that left side. Left leg falls out long. Lengthen on the mat and rotate to sit it back. Your hips are staying stable. Upper body is stable. You're trying not to rock as you do this. And then go ahead and rotate. So letting it fall inward first. Last 2. And 1. Lift the hips up 1 piece at a time off of the mat. Hold it. And lower down 1 piece. Again, exhale. Lift the hips off of the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Place the hips back down. Engage the glutes as you lift the hips up. And keep the connection in your abdominals as you lift up so your hips don't pop up. and lower down. Let's go 3 more. Exhale, lift it up. Good. This last one, lift up, hold, and lift up slightly the right leg, the right toe, and the left. Keeping the hips stable, don't let them rock. Good. Contract those glutes a little more to get those hips up. We got 1 more each side. Hold it and reset the body, making sure you didn't shift at all before coming back down onto the mat. Extend the left leg long on the mat and take your left leg bended at tabletop. Let that right leg fall out to the side, lengthen long as if you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your knee. The movement is still coming from your hip joint, so your knee and your leg stays in the same position. Go ahead and switch, going inward first, taking it out before replacing and pausing at the top. Let's go 2 more. Good. Place that leg down, lengthen it long, and switch with the left. Let it fall out long, fall out to the side, lengthen it long, but just at the hip joint. So you're not extending the leg straight. Last one. Let's go opposite direction. Inward, outward, pausing at the top. 1 more. Abdominals stay engaged to keep the body from rocking. And then place that leg down. Bring your right leg up to meet it. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Then take them overhead and swing them around and down towards the hips. Back to starting. Let's go for 3. Making sure you're not popping the ribs, so you're taking your arms just as far as you can without losing that connection. It may be higher or lower for different people. And then let's take it down and swing it back around. So we're just taking it the opposite direction now. Let's go 2 more. Last one, lengthen it down. Okay. Good. Now take the arms overhead, lengthen the legs long. Flex the toes towards you. And then just take the arms toward the ceiling. And as you take the arms up, you roll up as well. Come up over the knees. Inhale to stay. Exhale, roll the hips away from your legs as you roll your spine down to the mat. Your arms come back overhead. Let's go for 4. Engage in the abdominals. That's what's helping pull you up. And making sure your thighs are contracted as well to keep your legs nice and straight. Now, if you're gripping, like you're struggling to come up and your legs are popping up, you can do this with your legs bent, flat on the mat, okay? Come on up. This is the last one. Roll away. Shoulders are away from the ears. Good. Back to starting. Now bring yourself up to seated position. You're going to come just behind the sit bones. Lift up your feet. Point the toes toward the mat. Hands are going towards your ankles. Roll the pelvis away until you fall, until you roll back just to the upper back. And then come back up to starting. The weight stays behind the sit bones. And you're just rolling like a ball onto the spine. Let's go for 3 here. Roll back, initiating the movement in the pelvis and the abdominals as you scoop and roll up. Good. Place the feet back down. Roll over to your right side. Bend the knees and sit your body towards the back of your mat. The bottom arm cradles your head to support, and your top arm just lengthens long in front of you. Lift up, rotate the upper body as you open up the chest for a nice stretch. Exhale, use your abdominals to rotate your body back to starting. So your abdominals are initiating this movement, and that's what's moving the arm. Your arm is just following as if you're swinging a door open, okay? Let's go for 2 more. Point that thumb towards the floor as you rotate. Being sure that the arm is not too high. You don't want it above the shoulder, or excuse me, you don't want it above the shoulder as you rotate, okay? And then close it on up. Good. Now lengthen the body long on the mat. And lengthen the arm long. You're gonna have your hand on the mat for support. And then you're just gonna pitch the legs forward towards the front of the mat. Lift up that top leg and flex the toe as you bring the leg in front of you. Swing the leg behind just far enough so your glute is in control there, okay? You're gonna pulse it to the front twice and then swing it on back using that glute. Pump, pump, swing back. And think of yourself as lengthening the leg as you point and bring it back. Let's go one more. Good. Lift the legs back and place them back to the back of the mat. And lift the top leg as you point, and then flex the feet as you lower. Point to lift, flex to lower. If you're able, you can lengthen that leg or lengthen that arm long for just a little more challenge and stability. Now hold that leg up and take tiny circles toward the front. 2. And then go ahead and take it backwards. Tiny circles, lengthen that leg as you rotate. Keep your gaze in front of you for 2. Good. I'm actually going to put my hand back to support me. But as you lift now, you're going to bring the bottom leg up to meet it. If you're able to keep the arm long, definitely do that for an extra challenge. I'm just trying not to fall over while I'm talking to you. All right, go ahead and lengthen both legs. Lengthen and lift both legs. Here. For 3, 2. And now we're going to lift both the upper body a little bit and the lower. So if you're doing both with the arm lengthened, you're just going to come up just a little bit. Woo. Kind of making sure you're level on both sides, using your abdominals to kind of fold you in. Okay? Good. Now come on up, bend that bottom leg, and then hook the top ankle behind it. Press into the mat. We're going to do 2 of these onto the knees. So you're pressing into the mat so you're not sinking in the shoulder. And then you're just going to sweep the arm up as you lift onto the knee. And go ahead and bend to the side. Come back, being sure not to sink into the shoulder, okay? So come on up. Side bend. Now you're going to stay there, or you're going to come up onto the toes. So you're going to sweep up, lift the whole body. And then come on back down to starting. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, exhale, sweep the arm up and over, using your abdominals to fold you and slightly rotate you. Last one. Let's go. Breathe and control yourself as you come down. All right, let's swing over to the other side. And you're gonna lay the top part of your body towards the back of your mat. You're gonna bend the knees. Your bottom arm is for support. And we're going into that spinal rotation. Again, using the abdominals to open and close the body. Again. Inhale, breathe into the side rib and close it up. Let's go 2 more. That's 1. Good. Lengthen the legs and arm long on the mat, stacking the hips. Your front arm is here for support. You're just gonna pitch the legs forward, lift the top leg, flex the toe, and pulse it to the front, and swing it back nice and controlled using the glute at the hip, and then repeating. Let's go for 3. Exhale, inhale, swing it on back. Last one. Go ahead and replace that and take the legs back towards the back of the mat. Point to lift the foot at about hip height. Flex to lower it back down. Point to lift. Flex to lower it down. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Small circles toward the front for 5, 3, and take it backward for 5, 3, 2. Good. Take the bottom leg up to meet the top and lower it down. Remember, if you had that extra challenge, your arm is lengthened long onto your hips, and that's going to be more core stability. Last one here, and then we're going to lift both legs. Okay? So for 5, let's lift up both. Lengthen and lift. Lengthen the legs and then lift them up. Last one. Both the lower and upper body come off the mat slightly, nice and controlled. If you're using this hand to support, you're not hunching the shoulders. It's only there for support. Last one. Nice. Come on up. Let's get ready for that side bend on this side. So bottom leg is bent. Your top leg hooks at the ankles, okay? Pressing into the mat. Top arm is there. That's the one that's sweeping up. Let's go. Onto the knees for the first 2, just to get the feel. Then we're going to take a lift if you're with me. If not, you're going to stay right where you are. And then lengthen the legs long and lower down back where you started. Let's go. Again. Breathe into the side ribs. Lower down. Last one. And lower down. Good. Let's go ahead and sit on the mat. You're going to lengthen the legs long and take your legs toward the outsides of your mat. Flex the toes towards you. Sitting up nice and tall and arms up straight in front of you. Out to the sides. Okay? Inhale, rotate to the right. And then flex your body towards your knee. Look at your knee. Come on up. and return to center. Again, rotate and then flex. As you flex, take that back pinky towards the wall, towards the ceiling, and then come up, return it back towards the floor. Rotate. Back pinky up towards the ceiling, back towards the floor, and rotate. You're rotating with the obliques, and then you're flexing forward. Think of yourself as kind of taking your pinky towards your pinky toe as you flex forward. Let's go one more each side. Inhale, grow tall, flex forward, and then come back. Relax the shoulders. Keep them away from the ears, and then return to start. Go ahead and go over onto all fours. Hands are under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, tuck the tailbone under as you lift up the back like a cat and press into the mat and drop the head. Uncurl, lower body comes up first, and then your head and neck is the last thing to come up. Again, tuck the tailbone, curl the spine up, head comes down last, and you uncurl. Try not to dump the abs as you uncurl. You're still in control of your body. Uncurl and then not shifting your weight either. Okay, let's do 2 more. Feels good on the spine here. And uncurl. Last one. Now take the legs back behind your sit bones. Going into a plank, half plank to start. So flex the toes towards the mat and then just hover the knees over. Okay, body isn't shifting. Shoulders are still over the hands. Drawing in the abdominals, hold, and lower the knees down gently. All right, let's go again. Inhale, exhale, lift the knees off of the mat, just slightly, about 2 inches. Hold it, and then lower it down. Now let's go into our full plank. Okay, flex the toes, and you're just going to straighten out the legs as you lift off. Same movement, just a little more challenge here with the legs extended. Hold, and lower down. 1 more. Y'all ready? Let's go. Let's breathe in and out, but still keeping the abdominals engaged. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower the knees down. Good deal. Go into a shell stretch. Actively flexing the spine. Okay. Now lower the body down to the mat. Arms are at a W. Go ahead and take the feet towards the outside of your mat and rotate the hips slightly so your toes are kind of pointing at a diag. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Press into the floor as you lift your upper body off of the mat as well as your elbows. Go as far up as about the hips. You want to keep your hips onto the mat and then lower down. Again, press into the mat. Activate the glutes as you come up. Engage the abdominals. Slide the shoulder blades down. Inhale to stay. And exhale, lower down. Let's go, 4 more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Glide the shoulder blades down. Press into the mat. Elbows come off. Glutes and abdominals are engaged so you're not uncomfortable in the low back, right? Lower down. Last 2. Get ready. Lift off. Press into the mat. Engage those abdominals. I feel it in glute. Wear your shoulders. Lower down. We're taking it nice and slow here. so we can really identify where our body is in space, what we're engaging. One inhale breath here and lower down to exhale. Good. Go into a shell stretch. And then just take the right arm, left arm over to one side. Stretch out. Take it to the other side. And then come on back up to seated. I'll see y'all at the next workout.